I guarantee you, if SBF spends life in prison, he's just not going to be a good little boy and not touch a cell phone the entire time he's there.
Looking at your Twitter account earlier, and I found a statement on here that I wanted to read and have you explain. But first, let me give this some background, which we're going to go into in a few minutes. You were arrested and went to prison basically for selling Bitcoin. The reasonings why we'll get into, but if you went down to it, that's the basics of it. You were selling Bitcoin, you got arrested, you went to prison. And in prison, you experienced things a normal person wouldn't experience, of course. Or the person who had, not normal person, but the person who hadn't been to prison wouldn't experience. Right. But one of your statements, I wanted to go over this because I found this so intriguing. You said, and we're talking about Sam Bankman-Fried here, you posted, so you guys know that if Sam Bankman-Fried, who I think everybody will agree is the biggest scammer, has stolen more money from the average person than anybody in the history of the planet. But you said if Sam Bankman-Fried goes to prison, he can still operate in the world of crypto. I did. It's not that hard. What does that mean? Because I would think that when you're in prison, like he wouldn't be with the amount of money he scammed by having access to the internet, he would not be able to even get on the internet, much less have enough opportunity to scam people, which you didn't say scam, but
sure.
You know, that's what you're thinking of when you think of him getting on the internet.
Yeah. So, I mean, this is probably we could go on this for like a couple of hours. Especially it digs. We don't have that much time. Maybe we do a Twitter Spaces or something about it for a couple of hours. But it gets deep into topics of prison reform and the corruption that's inside of the BOP and that sort of thing. But the short version is, like, this week there was kind of this conspiracy theory, or it could be just an accurate set of analysis, that SBF, while on awaiting trial for this current thing, he used an alias to perpetrate a major rug with a meme coin. And, the evidence is there. I think it's all circumstantial, but it's certainly possible. And that's what I was kind of commenting on, was that discourse. Because Martin Shkreli, who some people, know in the media as like Pharma Bro, and, folks that I know, myself, you can operate in prison in the world of crypto. It's not real hard. You don't have a ton of communications channels that are sanctioned. You've only got phone calls that are limited to 10 minutes and a really antiquated email terminal that you only get to use for 10 or 15 minutes an hour. But if you've got money and if you got access to capital and, a corrupt guard regime at the facility you're at, which is pretty much every BOP facility, you can buy anything you want. And I do mean anything. Like, we can go down the list. Any type of contraband that you can think of, it can be brought into a prison system. It's just a matter of, can you pay for the risk for it to happen if it's an unorthodox item. But very common contraband is, drugs, cigarettes, cell phones, tablets, small electronic appliances, Bluetooth devices, that sort of thing. And it's not that expensive if you're in minimum security. If you're in a minimum security facility, the price range for an Android phone is between $250 to $700 if if it's really hard to get. And in higher security facilities, the prices for that can go up substantially. But I mean, think of everything that you can do in crypto from a smartphone. And I guarantee you, if SBF spends life in prison, he's just not going to be a good little boy and not touch a cell phone the entire time he's there.
You're saying the fact that you bring in a cell phone, anyone could operate anything they want to on the net just through their phone, and it's not hard to get a phone.
Absolutely. Not hard at all.
Okay, good enough. And I believe that. Especially if you watch the mafia shows. Heck, they're bringing whole lasagna kitchens in there.
Yeah. Again, I could go on. I ran a little underground kitchen myself when I was in prison. It's not hard to get. I used to have the welding shop make me cookware so that we could make some good food at night. Because there was food shortages. There was food shortages at the official chow hall, and so we would have food smuggled in, ingredients smuggled in, and we'd cook at night. Hey, thanks for watching The Merge. We've got a ton more stuff for you to watch on YouTube, on Instagram, on TikTok, everywhere. Check us out.